for me to really get to like the scale that I want to be operating this at, with hundreds, potentially thousands of phones operating live streams, again, operating 24/7, we simply haven't got access to that kind of supply of accounts. So I am very interested to hear from anyone who either sells TikTok accounts, and again, like we have access to, like, I'm not interested in like any low quality TikTok accounts that aren't getting viewers. We're looking to partner with people who have access to a steady supply of TikTok accounts with 1,000 plus followers in tier one countries. We're not just interested in the US, we're interested in pretty much any tier one country, and is able to supply on, like, we're not just interested in one here and there. We're looking at working with wholesale partners who are able to provide these accounts. Or alternatively, we're also happy to operate 24/7 live streams for someone. So perhaps someone knows a seller, and if they're able to put us in touch with people who are successfully able to solve this problem for us, we're happy to run 24/7 pre-recorded live streams for you or for your creators as well. So yeah, that is kind of it's probably the main limiting factor for us, like being able to scale a single creator up to like 500,000 or even $1 million per month. I really don't see why it's not possible once we solve the TikTok account supply issue. Which kind of leads me on to my next point, actually, of our like TikTok reposting bot, which is just to kind of share a little bit more about what we've been working on over the past year. And I actually can't take credit for this myself. I've partnered with a developer who reached out to me, who just essentially knew that we had the infrastructure of phones, and he had built out a system that we were able to plug in on top of our phones. So I have to completely give credit to him. This wasn't built by myself, but we have now built a fully functional TikTok reposting bot that handles absolutely everything from downloading the content from the creator's account to doing minor edits and adjustments to the content itself. We've also explored doing AI-based editing with some libraries and various different tools. Account warm-up process is also handled completely automatically. The only part that is done manually currently is the actual account creation itself. And so we were then doing like 3 posts per day on these accounts, and this was to try to grow enough accounts. Of course, we make revenue off of the reposting itself, but to try to create enough accounts to be able to supply our kind of pre-recorded live stream, and even just the models themselves, with enough accounts to be able to be doing live streams 24/7. And we had over 1,000 accounts doing reposting, and we could have scaled up to a lot more, but we just realized that it doesn't even come close to fulfill the number of accounts that we really need. But we still do operate that. It does, when videos pick up views, of course, it drives traffic over to us, and it does help us to organically grow accounts. And we're kind of exploring a lot more into like the tricking TikTok into believing that this content is genuinely recorded on a mobile device, on that particular mobile device. And again, with like kind of it's how we actually got onto the TikTok pre-recorded live stream camera spoofing. It also applies to these accounts. So we're currently exploring how we can kind of roll that out at scale, into essentially uploading content that TikTok believes is actually recorded natively on that device, but it really is just reposted content.